Machu Picchu, capital of the Incan Empire.
I was waiting for you, Atahualpa. Are you ready for your initiation?
Hello, guard of the Wiracocha.
Your father is waiting for you. Choose your test, physical or mental.
Welcome to INCA II, which most definitely is a mental test. I'm Arthur Wolf and I am following up in this game after finishing my INCA I LP. Well, let's see what the Gate of Wisdom has to offer, shall we? We start off with a bit of an adventure game section in this game. We have to get through that gate. The question is how. Let's pick up a stone and wait a minute. Ah.
It's not much of a clue.
No, you're completely right in that, Adewal, but this really is not much of a clue. Well, here is the solution. Make each statue cry, then tickle it with a feather to make it happy. See? That makes perfect sense. Yep, that's it. That's all you need to do in order to become one of the wise men of the Incan Empire.
El Dorado! I've succeeded!
Atahualpa, my son, I knew this test would be a mere formality for you. You are now worthy of attending the Council of the Wise Men. The danger is great. Follow me. These are the last pictures we received from the probe. It is likely that this asteroid is the source of the problems that we encounter in the territories of the Empire. Let's listen to Count Cartier, who has returned from the ancient lands. I assigned him to an intelligence-gathering mission. Count Cartier, it's your turn to speak now.
Thank you, El Dorado. O great Inca. The forces of the ancient lands have taken on control of the asteroid. The mastermind of the operation is no other than Lord Agiri. He wants to scramble all communications between the territories of the Empire. He wants to enslave the entire Empire.
And what is it you suggest, stranger?
I am only a humble merchant, my prince. But the asteroid under Agiri's control is more powerful than we are.
Quiet, you coward! Nothing is more powerful than the Incan Empire.
That's enough, Atahualpa. Your words are unacceptable. Leave immediately.
Atahualpa, your wrath is righteous. I do not trust Celt. He manipulates the great Inca. You must protect us.
But, Donna Angelina, wise woman of the South, I haven't power nor arms.
You do have the power and the Tumi. Your father's vessel is weakly protected. This royal vessel is the most powerful, sacred weapon of the Empire. You alone can act. You alone have the courage. Go ahead and triumph.
You've convinced me. My anger is great, but it will increase my strength. I will become the hero of the Empire. The Tumi stands on a rocky peak, but the guard has to be neutralized.
And so begins our little adventure in INCA II. As you have noticed, we are no longer in control of El Dorado, the Great Inca, but Atahualpa, his young and very, very rash son. Let us inspect the general area here. We need to get past that guard, so let's try and brain him with a rock. That should work. Oh.
But my prince, you are too old for this.
Atahualpa's little girly arms seem to make that plan a failure, so let's have a look around. Fence to hide behind, a door with suspiciously placed... I wonder if we could... yes. Yes. This will work nicely, I think. The question is how to get him over here without him spotting us. How about these bushes? Maybe... Well, let's try, shall we?
At least, he can't see me from there.
Right. Alright. Come on, Atahualpa.
At least, he can't see me from there.
Okay, quickly over here. Let's hide behind that fence before we're spotted.
At least, he can't see me from there.
Worked like a charm.
You are now in a zone controlled by Lord Agiri. Your vessel is unidentified. State your identity. This is a violation of the space agreements. You will be inspected. Interceptors, take off immediately.
Welcome to the first space combat segment of INCA II. And boy, is it a completely different experience from the first game. First of all, the new Toomey is equipped with several new weapons, including this heat-seeking missile. It also now carries torpedoes, bombs, and a grapnel. The plasma balls are sadly no longer homing, but, well, you give some, you take some, you know. Right, these are the daggers, the new basic crafts of Lord Agiri's forces. You know, Lord Agiri, who was last seen being blown up by El Dorado.
El Dorado, I am afraid you might have done our son wrong. You allowed him in the council, as an adult that he almost is. Then you humiliated him in front of all the wise men and the stranger. Then, being the child that he is, he left furious.
He stole the Toomey to rush headfirst toward what can only be a trap. I'm furious. He forces me to act without knowing where we are headed.
Well, to summarize, basically, most of INCA supposedly did not happen, since the story of INCA II would not make sense. Basically, Agiri is alive, as is El Dorado, who did become the Great Inca, and the powers are still in the game, but apart from that, pretty much everything else seems to have been forgotten or thrown aside, so let us just ignore the continuity of this game and move on. Now, that space station will continue to spawn interceptors until we can take care of it. It is far too tough for smaller weapons like the plasma bolts and missiles to do much, so we are going to have to use the torpedo, which is specifically designed to get rid of space structures such as this one. And that takes care of that. Now then, have some sweet flying, and we'll take down the remaining interceptors. As you can notice, the space combat is a lot more actiony now, and the large variety of weapons and the small attack FMVs actually make it fun to play. Unlike Inca, where the space sections were largely, well, either incredibly boring or so hard that it made you twist your keyboard in half. A positive development, I'd say. And there we go.
Atahualpa, this is your father talking. The Toomey is under our control. We are going to transfer you aboard. You idiot! Do you realize you have just declared war on Agiri? That's all he was waiting for. You fell right into his trap.
Check out the signals I'm picking up. This is going to be interesting.
Some cowards have attacked one of our space border outposts. It's an intolerable violation of our territory. They must be punished. I order all units to attack immediately.
The counterattack was swift. I am taking the Toomey.
I have no choice. I must defend my ship. I am taking my fighter.
Atahualpa, you've made enough mistakes. Do not touch anything.
Do not touch anything, huh? As if, Dad. Right, let's get this thing going. Huh. Alright, let's have a look over here then. Ah, control screen. Access code,
Your father told you not to touch a thing. From space, the vessel looks like a Christmas tree. All right, I have disarmed the security system. You'll have to manage, but be careful. I really value my cargo. Our enemies are clever.
Defense system activated. Checkup in progress. Turrets inoperative. Ball and socket joints frozen.
Okay. Cat was kind enough to deactivate security systems, which should give us access to most of the ship. So let's see if we can do something about those frozen joints. Let's check out the cargo hold first of all. Oh, hey! Yeah, valued cargo, alright. Let's see, can I crack this thing open somehow? Let's have a look around and see if we can't find any tools or something. What's over here? Ah! Crowbar. Excellent. This seems to be the lubrication system or something. So, let's see if we can get our inventory open. Come on. Thank you. Grab that crowbar and...
Wow! Enough to perk up the spirits of a whole army battalion.
Yeah, that is quite a bit of vodka, Atahualpa. Speaking of, are you even of drinking age? Well, let's pour some of that vodka into the hose here and let's see if we can't get this baby going.
This will do just fine.
Well, if you say so, Atahualpa, I'm no expert. Right. Let's head back out to the control room. Have a look at the control screen. See if that was enough to unfreeze the joints. No, the joints are still frozen. None of the other control buttons let us do anything, so... Ah, wait, I have an idea. Let's start the engine and see if... There we go.
Wow! This old thing really heats up. It might be best to take care of this thermometer now.
Hey, but wait, I can't do it all. If you let it heat up, everything will explode. The turrets are working now. I have other more urgent problems.
At last, I can now do something. I can fight.
Right on. Let's get into one of those turrets and show those conquistadors. Right, after our second space battle, only this time we are completely immobile. But with firepower like this, that should not be too much of a problem, right? Ha! Take that, you bastard. Right, to further touch on the earlier point of INCA II not having very much to do with INCA I. Well, as you have probably realized, a lot of things are different here. Among other things, Agiri is apparently no longer a monk, but a completely ordinary conquistador in armor and everything. He also seems to have lost control of the three powers for some reason. He has also upgraded to actual spaceships and space stations rather than floating around in space galleons, but, you know. Maybe that's more of a fashion thing than anything.
Two daggers are flying toward you, Atahualpa.
Eldorado alerts us of some more incoming fighters. This entire turret section is marked by really one thing: the complete and utter slowness of the turret itself. It is really hard to keep up with these fighters, since they are fast as all get out. So they tend to stay just outside of range or just inside range, but moving too fast for the turret to actually catch up with them, which is endlessly annoying. Still, we've got enough firepower that once they actually dare show themselves, things are usually solved in a hurry. As you've noticed, the plasma bolts do not actually go through the crosshair half of the time, so it's sort of hard to aim, but you learn to work with it.
Watch out, Atahualpa. Enemy at 10 o'clock.
That guy seems to be causing us quite a bit of damage. We should probably do something about him.
Forget your flying lessons, son. Here you either win or you die.
Jeez, Dad. Way to over the serious about things.
He's coming back. Destroy him, Atahualpa.
I'm on it. What? You think I'm going to get killed or something? It's at the start of the bloody game.
No! By Inti, a dagger in my heart. No! My son, you are too young to leave this earth with the spirits. My wrath will descend upon you, you miserable creature!
Mayday! Mayday!
Somebody's waiting for me! I've lost control of everything!
Celt! They killed my son! My flesh and blood!
Right. Now we are back in the shoes of Eldorado and are supposed to grapnel on to Kelt's craft to rescue him, but I don't like Kelt very much, so...
Are you nuts? Use the grapnel!
No.
Are you nuts? Use the grapnel!
Fine. Well, at least I can comfort myself with the fact that we will be playing as Eldorado for the rest of the game. Welcome back to the beautiful world of Inca, everyone.